Before we start, I'd like to thank y'all for inviting us over here. I've been living in St. Martinville twice already, and this is the first time I believe I've gotten to play. First time over here for sure, and we really appreciate y'all coming out in this kind of weather, because the only ones liking this are my 5 geese, and their days are numbered. When the colder it gets, the shorter their lifespan gets. So we're going to do what we can, and anybody that got something to ask, just let us know.
You. Some go Bayou Sorrel. I've been to Bayou Sorrel. It takes a long time to get there, a little drive, but something written by Mr. Errol Verrett. So he was the accordion player for the Basin Brothers for a long time. So quiet man. Never actually met him, which is weird because I know a lot of his songs and I play a lot of his songs. And just Errol, yeah, never met Errol. Yeah, met his daughter. Never met his wife. Yeah.
You got to go to the swamp.
Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, got to go a long way.
You got to get a boat or something like.
Yeah, got to get a boat to go see Errol.
Man,
no.
Errol tuned one of my accordions, my oldest accordion.
Yeah.
And it's still like just like he tuned it. It's awesome.
Yeah, he's an accordion builder too. But never met him. Met his daughter, met his wife. And
you never met him?
Never met him.
Wow.
Yeah, it's weird.
I've met him.
Yeah, I know you met him, but it's
He had a band, Valse It was,
Colette.
yeah, yeah. I don't know what order. Yeah.
What was it?
It was all-
Colette and Surratt.
And Verrett. It was all the Henderson, Henderson, Cecilia.
And I heard somebody say they brothers. Sorry. They got
That
three
was the
last
St. Martin
names.
Parish Band right there. Oh, yeah.
What you got, bro?
All right, what do you want to sing, Quinze Ans?
Oh. Let's do number 2.
Huh?
Let's do number 2.
All right. Oh, oui, c'est bon. Oui.
How about that sound, man, huh?
Yeah, El Cameron.
Yeah.
Man.
Yes.
Plays the fiddle,
And he plays the fiddle.
moves furniture,
Runs the
and
sound.
does the sound.
And if you want a delicious, well-baked,
Anything.
and,
A
Yeah.
beautiful cake.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
that's
beautiful
the man.
cake. Yes, he is also a.
He made
I don't
my
know what you
wedding
call it.
cake.
What do you call it, Cameron? What do you call
Yeah.
it when you are a bakery guy that makes cakes? What's the term for that?
A baker.
No.
Yeah.
Hey, the one who makes the cakes. There's a term for everything. I'm a taxonomist, so I know there's a term for everything. I just
Yeah,
don't know
but
what the
he's
term.
more like an artist than a baker, though.
Yeah.
I know what it is. It's gonna come to me in a second. So halfway through the song, I'm gonna remember it. So.
C'était sur un gros samedi après-midi. J'arrivais à la maison à Chipota. Et ma femme arrêtait m'espérer dans la porte. M'a crié, approche pas toi, je veux pile toi. J'ai crié, cher bébé, ouais, copain, tu me fais tout ça. M'a répondu, j'ai trouvé un autre mieux. Et c'est là, moi, je me mets à pleurer, après marcher. Je prends un gravois en jonglant à mes misères. Le plus marché, le plus j'en ai, mais à ça, comme m'avait dit, j'ai jamais rien fait, personne pour tout ça. Moi, je voudrais pour enlever l'air à la maison, pour me soigner jusqu'au jour que je vais mourir.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little song called Waltz of No Return, but we call it number 2.
Number 2. Yeah.
That's my test song. If the voice doesn't come out, we got problems. But it usually comes out. Every now and then it don't. That's the make or break night right there.
All right, we do something called "Catch My Hat." So I learned that song from Mr. Albie Roard. Who wrote "Catch My Hat"? Really Jeune. Thank you, Cameron. Coming on. I'd like to. Okay, so.
This is a Mamu Prairie Band style.
Yeah,
It's a little different than everybody else's. But
if you from Mamu, you different from everybody.
Yeah. Well, Al played for a while with Bob Reed and the Mamu Prairie Band. I think you played with.
Oh yeah.
I played. I got fired, and the next thing you know, me and Mitchell owned the Mamu Prairie Band. So.
Oh yeah. I like the.
Here we go. Let's catch your hat.
I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm in sync with Mamu, so I don't know. Trappe de mon chapeau, c'est là qui mange va. Bébé par et ton papa, tu vrai connaît, t'as fait fâcher.
Let's do Jean Biodou.
Jean Biodou.
Yeah.
Did you say that? Or me and Randy sometimes we sync up and we rejudge minds all the time. So.
Sometimes we don't, but sometimes we do it.
And when we do, it's weird.
It's kind of scary.
It's really scary.
They let me sing a song sometimes. This is a song that comes from a field recording of Dennis McGee that was passed around among some of the fiddle players like Mitchell Reed and Kevin Wimmer. And they had this cassette tape, and I learned this song off the cassette. I remember I was on a riverboat with some guy, Mike Dupuy from New Orleans, and somebody else, and I was learning these tunes off this cassette. Y'all remember cassettes? Sure you do. So it's probably a little out of tune. It didn't matter. You can retune. Anyway, it didn't have any words, and Mitchell loved to tell stories, and he had these uncles who would also, like, they had a storytelling club in Mamu, and they'd get together and try to outdo each other with these tall tales. And one of the stories was about a man, Jean Biodou, who lived in the Champagne area. And the story was that he had a lot of land, and but that he would hide in the woods, and when people would come by, we got young kids here, so I don't want to get too graphic, but those people didn't make it out. You know, they went in, but they didn't come out. So, and ultimately, he wasn't really a suspect because he had no motive for that, but then he had left. He was known to smoke a pipe, like a clay pipe, and he left his pipe at the scene one time, and that's how he went down. So I just took the story and wrote some words to it, and then got Randy to help translate him into French, and then I mangle it. And it goes like this. Qui a porté un grand couteau, il avait plein d'argent, mais que quitter ses noirs, se cacher dans les grands bois, espérer dans les victimes, de quoi y penser, il a coupé leur gorge. Biodou qui a porté un grand couteau, il avait plein d'argent, ben que quitter sin moi. Les constats m'a trouvé sa pipe auprès son dernier victime. Peut-être il voulait sa pipe soit trouvée. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
You want to break it?
So there is a epilogue to that story. I played this song in Chico. Was teaching up there at the Balfa Week, which I did for about 10 years straight. And one of the times I was out there, Chicken and Winky were there, Oakwan, and Winky begged to differ with me because that the guy I was singing about was a relative of his. And he said he was not actually a criminel like that, and that he didn't appreciate, me spreading the... I said, that's what Mitchell Reed told me, man. I don't know. So, yeah, you got to watch out. Those true Cajun lies will get you in trouble.
Speaking of true Cajuns, what about McGee's Landing? So I don't know how many of y'all been there, but that was a oh yeah.
I remember when they built it.
When you say McGee's
Dado
Landing,
Lachule and all them.
So not named after Dennis McGee, but
yeah.
a landing that was a true blue Cajun site.
Yeah.
It was a hangout.
Oh yeah, I mean.
Has everybody been there? Well, y'all, I'm sure y'all like
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot. We
That
used-
place, I was a bartender there for more than I wasn't even a bartender. I was just part of the band, and he fired all the bartenders that was there. So people would come up and ask for a beer, and I'd charge them $4, and I'd put it in because I was there every Sunday, and
Yeah.
Randy was there almost every.
I was usually there on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Oh yeah, it was that kind of place.
It was like Friday night was Jimmy Bro and Friends, and it was me and Puke and Jimmy. And then Saturday was Randy Vidrine and Friends. It was me, Jimmy, and Puke. And on Sunday it was the same thing. And I forgot who it was. It was one of the regulars. Whoever had their name on the little sign out in the front, the little marquee or whatever, there was always $5 extra. Whoever's name was on the thing got the $5 extra. But we played that. I even lived there. I lived on a houseboat there for six months, and it was awesome. It was so much fun.
Oh, that they wanted.
Can you remember it, though?
Yeah, I remember. Well,
Oh, one of my favorite moments was when David would build the owner would, he's the nicest, one of the nicest, most giving people that I've ever met in my life.
Alamo.
But he's nuts. So I love him to death. He's nice as can be. And he'd build his own stuff. So one day I came, it was middle of July, and a famous actor came in, and everything shut down. It was completely, the air conditioner fell into the water.
yeah, the air conditioner
Yeah.
was underneath the building.
It fell into the water. And it was mid-July, it was hot. And he was so mad. He was, man, I don't know what the heck happened. If you know David, that's doing a good David.
You do a good David.
So, but it's good. So we'll do McGee's. How about McGee's one step? So so McGee's one step is a
Dennis.
Dennis McGee song, but McGee's Landing is kind of where we learned to. I learned to play.
Yeah,
it.
you
So
probably learned it from Al over there.
yeah, I learned it from Albie Roard right over there. So
Here we're going to give it a shot.
we're gonna give it a shot. We're
All
gonna
right.
see where we land with this. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Y'all having fun? Good. You got some sweets? They had some good sweets out there. I had mine on the way over.
I was just thinking that there, Frisson.
I don't know if it's all right with Cameron and the management, but we do have room right there. If anybody would like to dance, it would sure be fitting to me. I don't know. What you think, Jonno?
I think it works better with that when it's possible. Yeah.
So if anybody's got the itch to dance, this is the one right here. A nice slow waltz, a little song called the Valse du Regret from Mr. Robert Jordell.
Aujourd'hui, mon étoile, on a prévoit du tracas. Il faut arrêter de jongler. C'est pas mal, nous toi qui va souffrir après tout ça. Si c'est cher, tu sens pas qu'on aime autant. J'y croyais pas, moi j'étais là. J'ai vu qu'un son chat arriver dans la côte pour te ramasser. T'as embarqué avec lui en cachette près de moi. T'as laissé ta famille après pleurer. J'ai marché au village, je t'ai trouvé à la base. Toi et lui, après boire et fouté de moi. J'ai marché à Yeux et je t'ai demandé comment ça se fait. J'ai fait ça aujourd'hui avec moi. T'as retourné à moi, tu m'as dit, tu t'es là, d'être marié, amarré avec un famille. Oui, je t'ai dit, satisfait, faut mieux guetter à satisfait. Un jour revenu, tu vas avoir un tas de regrets.
Yeah.
Thank you. What you thinking about?
Sud de Louisiane.
That's it.
Oh, dang it.
We ought to write it. We ought to write it down before.
Yeah. Yeah. When we get in sync, me and Randy are
When we
kinda
get
weird.
when we get too many in a row,
Yeah,
I
it
try
gets-
to
it
throw one from way outside, and sometimes he gets it.
Sometimes I get it. It's.
This one's from Mr. Alec Broussard. I don't know everybody remembers Alec, on that famous
The ranch.
the Saturday afternoon ranch program.
Al Broussard's ranch.
It was awesome.
That's our Rufus and Tony playing out there. one night.
Yeah, I saw Willie Nelson there one night.
Yo.
Yep, it was late. It was late on a Sunday. I should have been home, but I was watching Willie Nelson.
poissons flottent dans le bayou tiège, les canards volent dans les mèches, les wawarons dans les platins. Le trépisse dans les clories et les équilles dans les grandes bois, on a trouvé notre paradis dans les sud de la Louisiane. Accordion de la Louisiane, c'est le meilleur cuiseur du pays. Les sauces piquantes, des gros combos, les patates douces dans leur chimnée. Ça bat le linge sur le bayou tiège, ça chante les chansons de vieux temps. On a trouvé le petit Accordion dans le sud de la Louisiane. Le Accordion de la Louisiane, c'est le meilleur citoyen du monde. Brûle du bois dans leur chimnée, ça boit du moonshine tout l'hiver. Danse les chansons de vieux temps, les mazurkas et les bas aussi. On a trouvé notre paradis dans le sud de la Louisiane. Thank you.
Right on. Right there. What I'm thinking about, Friso?
I'm not thinking.
You're not thinking? All right.
What you think about, Jonno? Come up with
Work
something.
tomorrow.
Oh, don't remind me about that. Oh, my God.
Me and Forrest work in St. Martinville.
Yeah, I know.
Work at St. Martinville High School.
That's right. Oh, so you left LSU? Huh? My grant ran out. So,
Yeah, same colors. We got the
so. Same colors.
Go Tigers,
different-
bro. You know?
No,
Uh,
less mileage. So. Yeah, less mileage. So, not bad. We'll see.
Anybody got a tune that they
Last time I was in
like to
between
hear?
line is open.
college jobs. I met my wife, so I can't really say it's not a bad thing.
I don't know.
Yeah, we tried
What
that.
did we just play?
We tried that, but we did the French jig. That's it.
What about a blues? We didn't do a blues yet. Timon. That's nice.
Cool with that. Yeah.
Um,
Oh, this one goes, all right. So I learned Timon from Huval, and Huval was a very, very good
God
friend of
rest his
mine.
soul.
God rest his soul. He passed away not too long ago. So
2 weeks?
I attend, yeah, about 2 weeks. So we're going to do that. He was a very unique, talented, and kind man that I treasured dearly. So if you see, he played with many good players. So, and he had his own unique style, and it was fun playing with him because you never quite knew where he was going to go. And what he was gonna play in or what he was gonna do, and it was as a fiddle player that played with him, and accordion player that learned from him. It was always something fun to be with.
Keep you on your toes.
Yeah, he's always on his toes. That was one of the funnest things. I mean, I can honestly say, I met several of my best friends playing with Joe. Blake Miller. I met Blake Miller and Joe Vidrine and Mitch Reed and Jay Miller and a lot of people that I spent a lot of my 20s with, hanging around, playing music with, for him, with his band that he played with. And that's how I met Mitch. I met Mitch playing with Joe. Yep. So yeah, he was a big impact. So, yeah. But Jahal was a monster of a person. But it was fun because you never knew where he was gonna go. He can come straight out of left field for something that one of my favorite things was at Black Pot. We were there and Joe just showed up one day and he was like, "Hey, Trash, I'm playing. You want to play with me, fiddle?" I was like, "Sure." He goes, "You and Blake." I was like, "Perfect. Me and Blake Millen, but we're good buddies." And I played with Joe a few times, and Joe was playing a song. It was between Eunice and Appaloosas, and Joe had played in a different key. And I always laughed because it wasn't the right key. You couldn't play the same notes and same thing. It was different. But Joe, when you told Joe he couldn't play it, he played it. He's like, that works. So it works. So me. I was like, I love Blake Miller because Blake Miller knows every key to every song. He's a genius, musical genius. So he's like, I was like, Blake, he's gonna play between Eunice and Appaloosas. And I was like, Blake was like, okay. He's gonna play it in the other key. And if you're an accordion player, you know what the other key is. So he's like, there's no other key between that. I was like, Joe's gonna play it like that. So he's like, I don't know what we're doing. As he goes, get used to it, brother. He goes, he's gonna play, and he did, and we loved it. And all me and Blake did was like, this is awesome. We love it. So but one of the other songs he taught me was Timon. So we'll play that. So and
Which we have never played together.
Really?
Yeah, I don't remember ever doing this.
This could be the first time.
This song? I don't remember it either, but we're gonna see what happens.
We'll see what happens. There you go. This could be the debut of the Forrest Huval, Randy Vidrine, Jonno Frishberg band, Timon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play it like Joe Hall.
Sounds good.
Oh, Timon, que va ta fait t'appeler quitter. Oh, Timon, que va ta fait pas te quitter. Quitter pour t'en aller, pour t'en aller, ça arrière-timon.
I thought they were going to do the waltz. Simos.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
Then
that's
we
that's what I-
embodied Joe because
We
you
have
thought
played that
you were
one.
going to do something, and I went a completely different
But
direction.
You know, it always
That was
gets
Joe,
me.
That's a Joe Hall Tutsi.
Yeah.
You thought you were going to do something, and you did something
Well,
else.
it is. It is
That's
that
it.
thing. It's
Love
just,
it. Love him.
Yeah. There's more than one song.
Oh, yeah. God rest his soul. Oh, yeah.
What you want to sing, Jonno?
What do I want to sing?
Yeah.
How about Your Mom and Papa Threw Me Out? Do you do
Wow.
that? You probably don't do that. I don't know. We could do the
Yeah,
Flames.
let's not do that. And last time we did that, somebody got fired.
Yeah.
Somebody got thrown out.
Yeah, let's not go there.
That wasn't a good deal.
I
What's
don't
that
know.
one you do? Cheesy Noir.
You do that?
Yeah, cool.
Sure. Little
that-
Dark Eyes.
I like that.
Sad story.
So that's why I got these guys with me, because we hanging out, and I know this is a storytelling kind of thing, but I mean, between those two guys, they have more stories than I can tell at this point. So
We've been together a while.
First time I
Yeah.
saw Randy was maybe on 6th Street in Mamou. Or by the pool at Dockside when you and Macaulay Reed and Vidrine was making that
Wow,
cassette.
that's a long
When y'all
time
made
ago.
that cassette.
We made an album.
Huh?
We made vinyl and a
Oh,
cassette.
yeah, I never had the vinyl. I only ever had the cassette. Neat. I'm still waiting for the vinyl.
There's not very many of them left.
Okay. Matin m'est trouvé assis sous mon lit, après pleurer avec un cœur aussi cassé, parce que j'avais aimé mes chiens, Tits et moi, qui est parti, elle va jamais s'en rêver. dessus ma galerie, après guetter le soleil après coucher. Je m'ennuie, mon dos, mes chats, petits yeux noirs, qui est parti, elle va jamais s'en revenir. Merci bien. La chanson de fan Lawrence Walker.
Yeah.
I like the Lawrence Walker greatest hits. That's one of my favorite. He wrote a lot of good songs.
All right. We're going to dive for a few more. So we do some, again, I learned at McGee's Landing. Now, for those of you all who haven't been at McGee's Landing, it's probably a good thing. Not a good thing. It's a good thing if you've been there and you survived. Remember that time that Taha had a heart attack? No, not Taha. Taha had a heart attack.
I wasn't there for that.
Yeah, you were there when KP came in. And
yeah.
That was a good story. So this is the only one thing you can. This is the only thing that can happen, McGee's. You were there. You were there.
I was there.
Yeah.
Now that you tell me.
And a good friend of ours, KP, very good friend of ours, still alive. He lived in a funeral home for years. He bought a funeral home in Cecilia, and he lived there for years and years.
Y'all might know KP.
Yeah.
He's one of the funniest people I've ever met.
I made Yvette Landry pee herself because he was doing one-handed push-ups and singing in McGee's. I can't make this up. No, it's true. He was doing one-handed push-ups and singing a song, mobile phone that he wrote.
Well, they got KP and Taha.
They're a dynamic duo.
If you see one, you see both of them. Always. So one day KP comes into the bar and we were fixing to play and we're like, man, where's Taha? Well, we're on the way to the hospital. He can't breathe. He's in the trucks. But they stopped at McGee's, got a couple of beers, and then they were going to the hospital. So they went to the hospital. About an hour or so later, they come back, both of them. Yes, he wasn't fatal. It was like, but when he said, we're going to the hospital, but because McGee's is nowhere near the road to the hospital.
No. One time, we do a trip to Red River every year, and one year David was like, "Man, we're gonna meet up in McGee's after everything." And they locked everything. They closed everything down, and we talking in the back. Me, my dad, my granddad, the people in the band, the people that had any kind of say in the band, they were there, and then all of us, and David Alamo was there. And he's like, man, I'm going to cook he's frying some stuff for us, some fish. And then all of a sudden, KP and Taha were just there. Now, I don't know where they came from. They found a way in, they must have came through and they're like, man, where are you? What's going on? Taha that's what we call Taha, because he laughed. Taha. He's about 6'3". And when he laughed, he'd rattle the knives on the wall. That's why we call him Taha. So that's why.
Let's see if you can pull this off.
All right. So speaking of McGee's, we can do something I learned at McGee's. Something called Depuis de Quinze Ans. It's a song by Dennis McGee, and I learned it from Albert Rard. It's a song that he loved to play, and I learned from him. So we'll do that. All right.
We got time for one more, then we got to get back.
Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all.
Just got to go to work tomorrow, you know.
I know we gotta go to work
Things
tomorrow.
are so
man.
wholesome now. I mean, I used to play at Robert's Lounge sometimes. Y'all know Robert's Lounge? Yeah, I'll tell you a little story. You ever heard a
Jonno's
song called Appaloosa Sostan? So there are these two brothers that I used to play with, the Grafe brothers, Benny Grafe and Gary Grafe. They were on that record. And Benny and Gary were playing, and we had a band with Pat Bro from Bro Bridge. Pat is an accordion player, saxophone player, played with everybody still. So we were playing over there and Sterling Richard was our singer. So now Sterling enjoyed drinking a little too much, and at about halfway through the gig, we had to sit him down in the corner. You know, they got that glass kind of little sort of, you know, we just put him there. Like, you got to stay. You just sit down. And then it was a Cajun gig. And then we didn't have a Cajun singer anymore. But our drummer knew a lot of Fats Domino. So we played Fats Domino all night. The show must go on. Shaz Sterling. God rest his soul. He was talented too.
Let's do Kelly 12 there. Please, so. So just so you know, we have many more stories to tell. So we'll we're not some are children friendly and some are not. So if you want us back, then we're happy to come back. But just saying, you know, this is a tip of the iceberg kind of thing.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. You have a fantastic night.
Once again, thanks for inviting us. We had a great time.
We had a pleasure. Yeah, it was a pleasure.
And
Come
thanks
talk
for
to
coming
y'all.
out in this weather.
Oh, yeah. So,
Hopefully it stopped, but I wouldn't bet on it. Still raining? Oh, God.
Well, have a safe boat.